Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. In this video we're making a chocolate strawberry cake. This cake is divine. You are gonna absolutely love it, and the recipes are all provided on my channel. And if you're wondering what I'm wearing my chef coat because one of my viewers actually commented she is being trained, she is a girl, a lady, has been trained by a culinary school, and she said I have good videos, but why don't I wear the appropriate clothes, the chef coat? And I had to totally agree, so thank you for that. And that's what I'm wearing today, so let's get started. Okay, so what you're gonna need in this video is you have to make the best chocolate cake, the secret recipe of the chocolate cake I provide on my channel. You should make the Swiss style buttercream recipe, and I have added some strawberry jam to make it strawberry buttercream, and the recipe is going to be down in the description box, and flavored whipped cream, which I also have a video on how to make it, and I actually have a video on how to fill in icing cake, but I'm still going to do it here with a close-up. Then I'm going to show you how to get the perfect sharp edges on cake and finish this entire cake. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let's get started. Okay guys, so I'm basically applying some simple syrup to my chocolate cake layer. Okay, so basically here I'm just filling my pastry bag with the star tip. You can use any tip you want, but I'm just using a star tip. It just randomly picked. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just filling my pastry bag with the strawberry buttercream, and I'm gonna do a ring on the sides of the cake to hold all the icing that's inside it because it's whipped cream, so it doesn't squish out the sides. Okay, here I'm just adding a dollop of whipped cream. It's my flavored whipped cream. It's actually strawberry flavored. I'm gonna spread it by the spatula, just like here I'll be doing in the video. Okay, I just put on top the second chocolate cake layer, and I'm just gonna repeat the same process I did with the first layer by just applying the simple syrup, the ring of buttercream, and then the filling of whipped cream. Okay, as you can see here, I'm just repeating the same process I did before, adding the whipped cream and spreading the whipped cream as well. And now we're gonna add the second layer on top of the cake, and we're gonna add the simple syrup on top to make it, you don't want to make it soggy, but it will be moist and delicious. And we're gonna spread the icing on the sides. Okay guys, so I just showed you a close-up on how I fill my cakes and the basic, building the cake steps. And here I have my cake ready. Now, I'm covering it with plastic wrap because I will be putting this in the freezer for about 10 minutes to get everything ready. So we can start by showing you how to make the sharp edges on the cakes, so it doesn't look like. We're gonna just crumb coat it, and then we're gonna get the sharp edges. So this goes in the freezer right now for about 10 minutes, then we're gonna roast. Okay guys, here's my cake out of the freezer. It has been about for 10 minutes, maybe more, on the freezer. And now we're just gonna crumb coat this cake. And what crumb coat means is we're just gonna put very, very, very thin coating of buttercream here. I'm using the strawberry buttercream, so we can hold the crumbs. Then we're gonna get the sharp edges. So just gonna start applying it on the sides. I always start on the sides. You can start on the top, but I usually start on the sides, applying some icing. We want to fill in all those gaps that the cake has. Okay, so just keep on filling the gaps, and you will have a smooth side with no holes in it because we are covering it in the buttercream. Okay guys, when we finish applying the buttercream on the sides of the cake, we want to smooth it to get most of what we have put on out. So just hold your spatula without moving it at a 90-degree angle, and you don't want to push on the cake, just hold it on the sides of the cake like that and scrape all the excess off. See? Okay, now we're gonna apply icing on the top. Same icing we scraped. You don't want to put the good icing, the one that has crumbs from the sides. Use that one first. If you need more, just add more, but at first you want to use the one that has crumbs, because you don't want to use the clean ones and make the clean ones messy, if you know what I'm saying. Just like this. Spread it out to be very thin. The point of it is a very thin icing. You don't want to go too crazy with icing, because we will go crazy with icing when we make the sharp edges. Okay guys, after the crumb coat, this has to go into the freezer for about 30 minutes so the icing hardens up so we can get the sharp edges. So now, I'm going to put it in my freezer, let the icing harden up, then I'm just going to apply more icing, make this cake sharp and beautiful, and just going to love it. So this goes in the freezer right now, and then we're going to continue. Okay guys, so here's my cake out of the freezer, and here I have fitted in my pastry bag an ice or tip. You can use a round tip or anything, but just like a good tip to put icing on the sides. Then we're going to use this bench scraper to, to make the sides so smooth by just applying this like that, and you don't want to move the bench scraper so we get the sharp edges. So what I'm going to basically do is apply some icing on the sides. I'm going to be eye level with the cake. Start applying this icing on. This tip helps a lot when making these kinds of stuff. Just like that. You also want to do the top. Now we are adding so much icing to this because we want it to be very smooth, and most of it is going to come out of the cake. Just going to scrape it at the end. So here we've got a spatula again. You want to start doing that to the cake just to adhere the icing on. Don't want to push too hard now at this point. And on the top too. Okay, now what you're gonna do is take our bench scraper. You want to put it on the side, and you don't want to move this. You just want to rotate the turntable without going this way or going up or down. Just want to hold it at a 90-degree angle and just rotate it. It will scrape some of the icing off, and it will make the sides smoother. As you can see, this is our first go, and it's already making it beautiful. Now we're going to go one more time. Remember, without moving this hand, you want to always move the turntable along. Second turn, and it's beautiful. Now I just think I'm just going to need some icing on the top a bit more. Just like that. This side as well. Now I'm good. I want to go one last time with this bench scraper, and then we're going to go again, but not now, until we do the next step. So basically, do that. Okay, so the next step to get the cake actually a bit more smooth, you're just going to take some Viva paper towel. You only want to use this brand, or this kind, because it's the only kind that doesn't stick to the icing. So just take that towel, and I want to cut it in half, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, now I've got my Viva paper towel cut. Now I just want to put it on the side of the cake, just like that. And use the fondant smoother and smooth out the icing, just like that. Not too much pressure, just to make it a bit smoother. And then take this off, and it's very smooth now. Rotate it and add it to the cake and smoothen using the fondant smoother. And you don't want to rip this off, because otherwise the icing will be on the towel itself, not on the cake, which is not what we're looking for. So just like that, go on the cake and gently peel off one last time over this spot. Okay guys, after the Viva paper towel check, we have a smooth side, but still on the top we have this lip of icing which we want to get rid of. So we're basically going like an airplane, going up and then smooth it, just like that, and pull in. Like this, and we have this perfectly smooth cake. Okay, so I want to move now to the cake decorating part. Now we can do a shell border or leave it like this, or make anything to go on the downside of the cake. But what I'm gonna do now is just put a pink ribbon on the sides, which is a bit more different than what we're used to. So I'm just gonna cut like a straight edge, and then we're gonna put it on the side of the cake just like this, so it touches the icing, because the icing is the glue for this ribbon, and go all over the sides. And when we reach the other side, you want to cut exactly where it ends, and then push it all up. And here we've got. Okay guys, the way I'm planning to decorate the top is by taking a package of Jello and make it very thick, like half the amount of water that's in the recipe of the package here. And I'm just gonna pour it over the top, and it will drip down a little bit. You don't want it like dripping like water or something. So I'm just gonna let it drip a little bit, then we're gonna make rosettes of icing, and the cake will be done. Okay, so I basically added half of the amount of water said on the envelope, and I'm just pouring it on top of my cake. Now this will set up in the fridge, and it will look absolutely delicious. Okay, so I'm just adding some rosettes on top of my cake using my strawberry buttercream and my star tip. Okay guys, so I just showed you step by step on how to make this cake from the beginning to the end. And here, as you can see, this is very good. And I'm just going to show you a slice when we cut this cake. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my channel. And I hope you comment down what you think of this cake. What do you think of my recipes. Have a nice day.